I've decided to look at all the endings I possibly can. First I'll do all the other two endings for the Conquest ending. I think they're pretty bad ones, I assume. But maybe they're good. Who knows? Anyway, let's get into it. Lurkle.
You've been dreaming of this. By Jupiter's beard. I had to plan. Your father was a spy. A tool of the state. He may be someone who could... We need someone who is willing and able to make difficult... If a decision is made for the right reasons, it can never... And then what? Will you parade me through the streets in your triumph? Unlike you, I have dignitas. I am a consul of Rome. I shall not die like a filthy barbarian. I shall die like a true Roman. It seems the park I intended my role to be in molding the first emperor of Rome. When I am dead, your reign will begin.
Oh boy.
Are you just gonna watch me bleed out?
It's finally over. It almost seems unreal.
I'm tired.
So am I. I hope the underworld has nice baths.
You have violated every single rule we set out to protect in the first place. You have killed Romans. Senators even.
There's one thing you get to decide for yourself now.
We must submit ourselves to the judgment of the Senate, as we discussed. Only then can we begin to undo some of the damage we have caused.
Are you stupid? Did you hit your head in battle? We will all be killed.
Not all of us. She will probably be condemned to death indeed, but we will not be punished as harshly.
We should not get punished at all.
Yanira is right.
But... Magister...
She's like my own child.
They will not just let us go.
Well,
May I remind you...
I don't
care about... We don't have to turn ourselves in if you're afraid of the consequences. I'm sure Cleopatra will protect you if you flee to Egypt.
Alright. I think what I'm going to do first is Cleopatra.
That is still immoral, for you would be avoiding judgment. But I'd feel glad if that happens. Therefore, I am a lesser man. But I feel good about being one.
I will see you out of Rome safely, but I cannot follow. For the first time in my life, the city finally accepts me, thanks to you.
Okay, surrender now. Right, filling our calendar, I don't want to lose the freedom that you finally reclaimed.
Wale, my friend. It's been a fun ride.
She's just always gonna
It has been glorious.
I'll make the arrangements, Domina.
I'll do my own Cyrnos, you don't have to call me Don when I release you. Hang on. Right.
But I was always free, child. I chose to serve you. Nothing can change my mind.
Alright, and now there's another achievement, Marcus Antonius. We'll see the ending again, and then we'll reload back to that point.
There are some who say it was a sudden change of heart that turned a would-be tyrant from her throne. Most accept the common story. A woman pushed to her limits by a corrupt and rigid system that would afford her no power through legitimate means. A republic on the brink of becoming an empire, vulnerable to the ambitions of unscrupulous men. A desperate, unlawful action that saved the republic and ushered in a new era of reform and progress. Although in one sense she never returned to Rome, in another, greater sense, she never left. Her actions had shaken the very foundations of society, giving the lie to the notion that women cannot aspire to the lofty heights that men can reach. It is said that she retired to a palatial estate in Egypt, overlooking the lush banks of the Nile. There she became a close and trusted advisor to Queen Cleopatra, under whose rule Egypt soon regained its independence from Rome and was reborn as a matriarchal nation.
Nice.
As his domina left Rome in exile, old Cineros chose to stay behind.
There was just enough time for the Serwus to get the manumission he had been promised before he was left to his own devices. For a time, he stayed with Claudiana at her invitation, until he had earned enough denarii as a teacher of Greek to get a small place of his own. She had offered him money, but he had politely
Did you
declined.
say he was going to go with me?
Cineros still had many powerful and influential friends in the city, and thanks to them, he enjoyed access to well-stocked libraries and well-educated conversation. Ultimately, what gave Cineros peace was the knowledge that he had long since unburdened himself with the guilt of the mistakes of his youth. In his final days, he was able to return to Greece at last, and died there, satisfied. When his friends left Rome, Caeso stayed behind in the city to settle down with Lucia and their daughter. Though their relationship was distant at first, the shared love they felt for their daughter soon brought them close, and eventually they had more children together. To his surprise,
Same
Caeso
thing.
took well to the quiet
The
life,
other one.
and to fatherhood. And on the few occasions when he did feel that old lust for adventure bubble back to the surface, he would leave Rome for a time and visit his friends in exile, who were always glad to see him. Callida had stood by her companions through thick and thin, but now it was time for her to stand by herself. As they left Rome, she stayed behind and settled down in the city that had once rejected her. Now, for the first time ever, she felt at home there. Though many still looked askance at her for what they perceived as her unwomanly pursuits, she had learned to disregard their judgment, and she had plenty of friends in the city who now respected her for who she was and what she had
I actually
achieved.
like that. It's quite sweet.
Bestia returned to Africa to look for his sister again. Eventually, he did find her, and together they returned to Mauritania, where they settled down in an idyllic village and started new families of their own. In this new, quiet life, Bestia learned the true value of happiness. Deianira followed her beloved into exile in Egypt, where a life of luxury awaited them in Cleopatra's royal court. Despite her aversion to remaining in one place for long, she took well to the luxury and opulence of the palace, and eventually she and her beloved journeyed to Shirthia together, where Deianira reconnected with her family. Cato remained an important figure in Roman politics. Grudgingly respected even by those among the population who desired change, he remained a defender of the patrician class, a shield against the pandering and opportunism of more populist voices. He himself was elected consul twice throughout his life, and his years in the position were generally favorably regarded. Cicero served one more year as consul before his retirement. In his old days, he lived a quiet life on a farm in Sicily, where he was greatly beloved by the people for his time as quaestor.
I'm actually
He
surprised
continued
people
to
wrote
write
that.
many books on politics and law. Our unusual subject have remained in Rome with her friends to influence its politics in the years
Yep.
to come?
brought
Certainly, when
civilization to a
Legio
halt.
Victrix crossed the Rubicon, the only way to remain in Rome would have been as its emperor. But perhaps if a different decision had been made on that fateful bridge, a more peaceful resolution would have been possible.
This is a really handy autosave, and oh, look at the ragdolling. I love that ragdolling. Okay, so I got the achievement Marcus Antonius for living exile like myself. Alright, hello,
You've been
Largo.
dreaming of this. By Jupiter's beard, I had to. Your father was a spy, maybe. Someone who we need. If a decision is made for the right reasons, it can never be wrong.
Alright, any last word?
It doesn't matter if you kill me. In fact, I'm content. You are clearly a better choice to lead Rome. It seems the park I intended my role to be in molding the first emperor of Rome. When I am dead, your reign will begin.
Alright, well this time, I've already done the, I want you to bleed out. Up to me, that's up to me to decide. Your only role is to die. Okay, hang on. I'm just gonna walk through Daenerys. Here we go. How
It's finally over. It almost seems unreal.
I'm tired.
So am I.
You have violated every single rule.
Kaiso was right. You do sound like Lurko.
We must submit
How dare
ourselves
you.
to the judgment of the Senate, as we discussed. Only then.
Are you stupid?
Not all of us.
We should not get
Any rise.
But,
She's like my.
They will not.
well,
May I remind?
I don't.
I don't care. We don't have to turn ourselves in if you're afraid of the consequences. I'm sure Cleopatra will protect you if you flee to Egypt.
Anyway, okay, this is the suicide option. I'm gonna, by making local face justice, he has disband Legion and submit myself to the Senate.
I admire your principled stance, Domina. But do you understand the consequences? They are likely to execute you. Are you sure you want to do this?
You owe nothing to Rome. This city owes you everything. Let us just leave then, if you will not take power. Leave with me.
Oh, that hurts. But this would just be going to Egypt. That's really heart-wrenching. It's the only way
I understand.
You
Make
are
sure
a
they
flawed
all
woman,
run.
but you are brave. I wish you would just leave. But if this is your choice, so be it.
You have made the moral choice. You are a greater woman as a consequence. I still am not as great as you. If they kill you, I will kill them.
Oh, achievement,
You
yeah,
will
first.
give up what we have together? For what? Lofty ideas of your own invention. I thought our love meant more than that.
I have been fucking hurt. This is definitely not my canon route. The canon route is the emperorship.
It seems unfathomable that a woman would defy such insurmountable obstacles to seize absolute power, only to turn away from it at the last moment and willingly give up her life. Was it guilt that drew her to throw herself at the mercy of the Senate? Or was it principle? After all, if all she cared about was keeping the Republic safe from unscrupulous men, that goal had been achieved. Whatever her reasoning, after her surrender, all blame for the invasion of Rome was placed squarely at her feet. Her companions and allies, and the soldiers of her legion, thus escaped condemnation and punishment. Following her execution, a time of great turmoil swept across Rome. The short but bloody civil war had exposed the fragility and the injustice of the Republic, and discontented mobs seized this opportunity to rise up and demand change. As the power of the Senate crumbled, so did the Republic. Rome fell, never again to rise as the global power that it had seemed destined to become.
Damn.
Shortly after his beloved Domino was executed, Cineros drank hemlock and took his own life.
Damn.
In his heart, He knew he had failed to guide his ward down the right path, and the despair weighed heavily upon him. Moreover, he had failed in his solemn oath to his old Dominus, whose death had kicked off this story. Though he never got to see his homeland again, he knew at least that he had redeemed himself in the eyes of the gods, and he was able to meet his end with his head held high, unburdened by the mistakes of his youth. Despite her disillusionment with Rome and everything it stood for, Callida was at least finally vindicated in the eyes of the law. Around that same time, her mother passed away, and Callida reconciled with her brother Aulus, who she forgave for not standing up to their
At least
parents.
she's got a happy ending.
Thanks to Callida's talent for spycraft, she deftly maneuvered the turmoil that swept across Rome in the wake of her friend's execution. And with her help, her family business thrived. After the death of his friend, Bestia returned to the arena once more. But he was no longer a gladiator. His new vocation was to teach Pancration, inspired by the example of his Magister Cineros. He applied himself to this new calling with every bit of the vigor and determination that had made him a champion before. As soon as things had quieted down, Bestia traveled to Africa once more to look for his sister. He did find her and bring her home, and she lived happily there for the rest of her life. Though she had achieved her vengeance and forgiven herself for her misdeeds, the death of her beloved darkened Deianira's days forever. Though she did return to her family, she soon left them again for the life of a wanderer, shunning the company of others who would only remind her of what she had lost.
I don't like this ending.
If the Legatus had not surrendered, the Republic might not have been torn apart by civil war. And I believe Rome could have remained a major power to this day. Perhaps it seemed that the only way to save Rome was to become its first emperor. But what if the Legion had never crossed the Rubicon? I believe the conflict could have been resolved with less bloodshed. There is no doubt such a decision would have brought great personal risk to the Legatus, however, and the cost could have been great.
There we go, there's the ending of that one. Alright, I guess we're doing the... No, I've already seen that ending cinematic. Okay, alright. Not ending cinematic, ending credits. Okay, alright. Alright, now we have to do the... Okay, let's load game. Not the honk-a-honk. not cast it. Ending. Here we go. That's where I did all my saves and stuff. Okay. I believe this ending will be quite different. Well, I mean, this path will be quite different. Hang on. Okay. Alright, let's go.
Shall we store your weapons at the villa, as usual?
Alright, by all means, do that. 50 years, my next battle shall be in the Senate.
Are you sure? What makes you think you can win a battle of words against Lurko?
I'm good with words and time we have evidence to support our claims.
Certainly. But keep in mind, he has enough evidence to condemn all of us as well. Even if we can destroy him and get him exiled, it may well cost us our own lives. Are you ready to pay that price?
I am, but I can't make that choice for you.
You would question our resolve. Of course we will follow you, like we have followed you until now.
Slow down. What if I don't want to be part of a potential murder trial?
Does that mean you will not come with us?
All I'm saying is I would like to at least be asked.
I didn't even force
We have
you.
faced many battles together. But it takes real courage to face certain death.
There is no need for this kind of doom and gloom. We can convince the Senate. Let us not base all our plans on the worst possible outcome.
This is the right thing to do. The gods shall favor us. Are you with us, Calada?
Of course I am.
It seems you have reached a decision.
Roman's mine. No, let's disband the Legion.
Very well. For a moment I had my doubts about you. For that I apologize.
Yes, you
Right.
fuck.
Let's go celebrate that we all made it back alive. First round is on me.
What the fuck is that moonwalking bird? Well, it wasn't moonwalking, but it was just sliding along the bridge. What the fuck? Okay. Oh, this will be interesting. Raise Paprika. Alright, okay, I need to look at the endings, because I think there's different endings whether you do well on the trial.
You can't defend yourself on an empty stomach. Eat up.
Alright, okay, so if I make mistakes, the game will be over, so hang on, wait a minute. Let's look at the achievements for this game for a second. Ancient surveillance cameras. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, looking at achievements. Return to your farm, remain active in Roman politics is one achievement. Then there's hard difficulty, insane difficulty, Iron Man, and then combat death turned on, then sleep with Cleopatra. Maybe the next, if I ever do the Iron Man mode. Marry Cato. I could have done this time, but I didn't. Become the proconsul of Egypt. I don't know how to do that. I guess the proconsul of Egypt is if if you get offered a rank, I guess. Alright. Okay. Your cookie skills have certainly improved, mother. Let's have another portion.
Let me taste it first, as usual.
Now that you are back from another war, what do you want to do next?
Do you think I can be senator? I do want to try my luck in politics.
You have achieved exceptional things that were thought to be impossible to women. But before you set your sights on entirely overturning the social foundation of Rome, may I remind you Lorco is still the consul?
Wise word, Cyrano. We should be careful indeed.
Kikero and I will meet you in the Senate tomorrow morning to prepare for the trial.
Speak as if your life depends on it. In many ways, it may.
Alright, oh, I get to talk to everyone. Alright,
It is a good day, my friend.
any reason with your cheerful demeanor.
I've been thinking. You've done the right thing by not crossing the Rubicon with the Legion.
I still think it was a good idea. I don't know. I was tempted with a good match anyway.
It's the right choice. You'll see.
I don't think it is the right choice somehow, but where's Calda and the rest of the guard?
Callida was a bit preoccupied. She's concerned about Corvinus. You know that sneaky bastard is still unaccounted for.
What is the Senate favors Lurkle?
They won't. The Senate is a virtuous and wise institution. They'll see the truth of the matter.
The Senate virtuous and wise? No, they aren't. Do you think Kikaro's help will be enough?
Kikaro is probably the best advocate in the Republic, and he's the consul. But what do I know? I'm just a soldier.
I trust your brother's arm behind Cato as much of a soldier as any of us.
I hope you're right.
Okay, right, so... Oh, I get to move. Okay. Hey,
What's
Cato.
on your mind?
Do you think we'll succeed?
Your cause is just, and I believe we can convince the Senate. However, our opponent is devious. That worries me.
What do you think Lurkle will do when he loses?
I worry that he will not obey the will of the Senate if the result fails to be in his favor. Will you obey the Senate if you lose?
If the Senate sides with Lurkle there is corrupt, actually, I don't know. Of course I will.
A rhetorical one. I knew you would give that answer.
Is it impossible to win a trial against a sitting consul?
If it were not, our republic would be doomed. Those with the greatest power must be under the most exacting scrutiny. But to answer the question in the spirit I think it was asked, we have Kikaro on our side, the second consul. This sort of situation is precisely why there are two.
Okay, well that is true, we do have Kikaro on our side. Let's talk to our mother.
You look concerned.
What if I lose? What would happen to you then?
Children should never have to worry about their parents. Worry only about yourself. I'll be fine.
Oh yeah, that's right, my sister's dead. Well, we're so close to avenging my father's death.
That monster tore my family apart. Killed my husband and my dearest friend. I just hope they make him suffer.
Your dearest friend, eh? We all know what that means. Wink. Cernus is getting old, perhaps we'll release him after his trial.
That is a lovely thought, dear. But I'm not sure what he will do if he's no longer our Servus.
That is up to him, I guess.
Perhaps he does not want to be a citizen.
Okay. Will you be there in the Senate for the trial?
I don't think so, dear. Somebody needs to run the house, and I need to prepare a feast for our guests.
What feast?
The grand feast we will have when you triumph in front of the Senate.
I should be cheeky to her, but whatever.
You should get some rest. Tomorrow's trial will require you to have your wits about you.
You are well versed in politics. Be honest now. Do you think we'll win?
Those who try to predict the future will only make a laughing stock of themselves. Those who are prepared for all eventualities win in the end.
Just want to let you know how glad I am to have you by my side.
It was not only my duty, but my pleasure as well. Your father made me promise to take care of you, no matter what. Looking at you now, I can only feel pride. I just wish your father were alive to see these days.
What will you do after all this is done?
I've been through much, but I have to admit, these days I feel old. I think I want to see my homeland again. To tell you the truth, I feel like I'm ready to die. It would be nice to see Halicarnassos again first.
And I'll accompany you.
Thank you.
Okay, alright. So we've talked to Cernus. Is there anyone else to talk to? You know, this home is very different without a Legion mustering in it. I kind of missed the Legion muster. Oh well. Yeah, where is my beloved anyway? Where is Daenerys? Why is she not in here? Maybe she's at the Senate already, just waiting. Oh well. Let's go to the Senatus. Alright, oh yeah. Oh god, Senate, let's go. I wonder if dialogue just goes on immediately.
We will have order in the Senate now! Debating the clarity of the augury will not be productive. The consul himself stands accused. Nothing could be of higher importance. Any other relationes shall be set aside. The result of this relatio again shall be decided per discretionem, and before the sun sets. You may continue, Consul, but please refrain from delving deeper into matters completely unrelated to our discussion.
Naturally. May I restate the necessity of using my actual title, Dictator, instead of Consul?
You're not dictator anymore, are you?
Do you even know what Dictator in Perpetuo means?
The Domina has a point. Your title was granted for a limited time in order to solve a crisis. Even though the time has not passed, we can certainly say the crisis exists no more.
I beg to differ. The crisis has evidently not passed. It has merely changed context. Allow my colleague Senator Antonius to display with clarity how unprecedented and absurd this relatio is.
Dear Senators, first let us consider the source and the spirit of the regulation that allows us to appoint a consul to the position of dictator.
I hope I killed him in the other path. Oh, my eternal speech later. Oh no.
And yet, despite all this, we somehow ended up here accusing the very man who was tasked with the prevention of this crisis.
Thank you, Senator, for this detailed and above all long explanation of something we all knew. Our memories have been thoroughly refreshed. If that will be all, we will finally discuss the evidence presented against the consul. Let us consider the preponderance of indications suggesting your involvement in the Mithridates affair years ago. At the time, you claimed to have no knowledge of your brother's corrupt and treasonous activities. But it is clear now that this wasn't entirely accurate.
I do not like what you're insinuating. My brother died for his crimes, if you remember. Do you mean to say that he was wrongly accused?
Alright, what decision am I gonna make? No, I'm not doing that, because that's too wishy-washy. I do believe he was guilty of your... We think you may have murdered your brother without trying to exonerate yourself. I think I'm gonna do this.
And then the Senate simply agreed with my unlawful miscarriage of justice? I find this offensive, both to the memory of my late brother and to the august institution of this Senate.
As it represents the will of the people, the Senate is quite obviously incapable of making mistakes.
Thank you.
But you did execute your own brother without waiting for due process. Just as his guilt wasn't for you to establish, his punishment wasn't for you to carry out. Do you have a counter-witness, Dictator?
I am the most important counter-witness here.
Ooh.
Let me tell you my side of the story.
Oh no, it's gonna be... Oh no!
Therefore, you cannot connect my activities to that war. In fact, it is fair to say my alleged relationship with Mithridates was only in the service of Rome.
Somehow, fair wasn't the word that came to mind. Shall we perhaps talk about the infamous invasion of Egypt?
Infamous is the correct word for it. My accuser ignited a war in a land that was already a province of Rome. She brought chaos and terror to Africa.
The way I see it, she installed law and order, and saw to it that the rightful queen of the people sits on the throne.
Yes,
I must protest.
Cleopatra.
This is highly unusual. Having a foreign ruler comment on our internal affairs.
Alright, let's have a look. Yeah, she is a hottie. In history, she wasn't supposed to be, but they've decided to make her character sexy. I'm trying. Not gonna do number 2. Pharaoh and affairs. No. It's the so-called foreign ruler serves Rome as the queen of our vassal nation. Hang on, let me think. The middle one is not a good one. So-called foreign ruler serves Rome as the queen of our vassal nation. Let's go with that.
I must agree. The Queen's opinions on this matter should be of utmost importance. We're listening, Queen Cleopatra.
Simp.
Of course you are. Now I shall tell you how your dictator redirected taxes paid by our people into his coffers, and how he managed to get both his accountant and proconsul murdered in the process.
Oh no. I was thinking Cleopatra is just as chatty. Where's the break?
A chilling account, Your Majesty. Thank you for your testimony.
Once more, I must direct your attention to the utter lack of credible witnesses. Neither this legendary ledger nor the fictional accountant who wrote it are anywhere to be seen.
Then explain your presence in Alexandria at the time of the battle. Why would Ptolemy, who at the time was waging war against Rome, be on friendly terms with you?
I was trying to clean up the diplomatic mess created by your legatus.
I take it you were the ambassador to Egypt at the time. Hang on. No. No. I take it you were an ambassador to Egypt at the time.
I wasn't. But, in the end, I salvaged the whole campaign. Ptolemy would have easily killed you all.
I wonder how you know these things. So Ptolemy had no reason to keep you alive, yet somehow he did. Very interesting. Let us end by discussing the recent campaign against the barbarians of Gallia. You did kill members of the dictator's Praetorian Guard, didn't you, Legate?
Rightfully so. I only regret not doing it myself. It was they who attacked the legatus. They were slain in self-defense.
Will we listen to prisoners now? This man is a barbarian. He will say anything to save his skin.
Hang on. Not the last one. The Vercingetorix, the absolute king of Gallia, was wrongfully accused of attacking Rome. God, which one is it? Which one should I do? Oh God. This one's a no-go, absolutely. I think this might be more favorable to the Senate, but they might also cast suspicion, like, if he's going to die anyway, might as well take it with me. Let's go with the first one.
Absolute. Gallia belongs to
Oh,
Rome.
I made a mistake.
That is correct. He is not the king of anything. That doesn't mean he will not tell the truth.
Damn it.
We're listening to you, fallen king.
Then I shall tell you how this man started a war between Rome and Gallia purely to make himself your ruler.
Shit. I fucked up. I know. One is given. Oh, I didn't say ours.
So you accuse the consul of Rome of falsifying a cause for war?
My people had no intention of attacking Rome. I had everything under control. Until he came. So much blood was spilled for the ambitions of one man.
Thank you for your contribution, fallen king. Lictors, return him to the dungeon.
I see Senator Antonius has something to add.
Oh, right. I thank you for this opportunity to talk about the history of foreign leaders being represented at the Senate. First of all...
He's gonna talk for hours again. He's filibustering.
Once again, thank you for your detailed explanation of this important issue, Senator. Shall we finally proceed to decide now?
We certainly shall not. The sun has set and a decision was not reached. I believe this relatio is to be declared undecided.
They literally filibustered an entire day. What the fuck? Alright. Okay. We can continue tomorrow.
Under normal circumstances, a decision has to be reached by sunset. But in light of the overwhelming and damning evidence against the dictator, I believe this relatio deserves a proper decision. We reconvene tomorrow at sunrise for the final decision. This shall give the dictator a fair chance to defend himself. One final time.
Yes,
this session is at an end.
Let's wait until everyone has left, so we can talk to Kikoro in private.
Alright. Okay. Talk to Kikoro in private. I should just wear my armor. Anyway, get up there.
I admit, I was rooting for you. But you really did defend your case excellently. Tomorrow's hearing will be a formality. You've pretty much won.
What you're doing is unexpected, but admirable nevertheless. It seems you're not beyond redemption when it comes to the morality of your actions.
Thanks, Kiko.
However, I want to be certain that you understand the gravity of what you've done. You have murdered the Praetorian Guard of a sitting consul. There may yet be consequences.
That's, unfortunate but necessary. I hope the Senate will understand. Let's do that.
The Senate is made of men. It is as moral as the people who inhabit the building.
I think the risks themselves are irrelevant at this point. The Senate has been convinced of Lurko's guilt.
Despite his futile stalling, you've made it clear to everyone that Ortelius Lurko's war in Gallia was nothing but a power grab.
Alright, he wants to abolish himself, Republic, call himself Emperor Lurko.
It serves no purpose to speculate about his motivations. All that matters is that the Senate has been convinced.
It's what he said. If only we can prove that Lurko killed my father and Lucullus.
It's best to refrain from mentioning these accusations unless we can prove them. Compared to the level of treason implied, the murder of 2 Romans seems trivial. Should he repeat his accusations of murder, it is my hope to use precisely this argument to shield you from them.
Alright, shall we perhaps... Alright, I worry about what Lurko might do with his lackeys time spawn.
What is left for him to do? All legal options are exhausted. His legion is disbanded. Even Wixie is finished. And after today, his support in the Senate is gone.
Yet he remains at large until tomorrow. His lack of options may just make him desperate. I agree. We must stay vigilant.
Oh. Shit.
What do you have there?
Food for the Domina and her friends.
Let me have a taste.
It's for the Domini only.
My Domina does not eat anything until I've tasted it.
Well, all right then.
Oh no.
Delicious.
That's odd. I haven't ordered any food to be brought here.
There is no eating in the Senate.
Oh god. Cyrano, spit out.
Oh, excuse me.
No.
I feel dizzy all of a sudden. There is an odd taste to this food.
Sit down, if you feel unwell.
I can't.
No!
Breathe.
You better go to him, I swear to God, my character. Better go to him. Aw.
The food was poisoned. Where did that sower go?
Okay. I've seen this before. It's poison made by Bailey.
Stay with him. I'll get help.
Armed men have entered the forum.
We brought your weapons.
What?
Man. He's dead. Lurko. I shall skin your back and lay you on salt. I shall feed your cock to street dogs.
Marlon. Grieve later, Bestia. They're here.
Ah, alright. Okay then. Ah, shit. Yeah, he's 0 to 1000 pretty damn quickly. Alright. Well, at least I've got my legendary weapons equipped, but I don't have armor. I think I should move there. Move you there. There we go.
Marlon, she's still alive. Make sure no one escapes.
Okay, I can't equip armor. Alright. And I can't make people go faster anyway, so okay. Alright, Bestia. We are going around to, I don't know. Nope. Fine. Yeah, it is that 0 to 1000 real damn fast. Alright. Okay. Alright, well. We're breaking his shield. I'm gonna have to brace. Okay. Standard. Okay, alright. Alright, let's see if I can throw this at him. No. Wait, no, hang on. I got a better idea. Because I can literally shoot any of them. Because that guy's shield is broken. Alright, Bestia. Ah, shit, I have to go around? Alright, okay. Shit. That's unfortunate. I'll do another sneak attack later. I'll be fine. Ooh, no. No, I can't. Okay, there we go. Alright, Bestia Tabat. Aw, didn't exactly work. Okay. Alright, perfect, let's go. You just stabbed my...
Oh, was that as painful as it looked?
That is a lot of damage, and... my dude.
Didn't see that coming, huh?
Oh, he's...
I don't have time for this. Deal with them!
I nearly killed him. I actually nearly killed him. With one shot. Wait, cattle's... Alright, well... Alright, well first, kill that dude. Beheaded. Nice. Then, cheap shot. I'm dodging, I'll be able to dodge. Ba ba ba. Ah, that dude's dead. No way, he isn't. Let's do the lance charge. Whee! Alright. Let's have one. So.
Last one.
Oh, damn. Cat. Kikero is doing some work. What the fuck is Kato doing though? He's just staying back there. Anyway, Daenerys, let's go. Okay, or not.
Corvinus! That honorless piece of shit! He got away!
Your mother is alone. We must hurry. Knowing Corvinus, he will either go there next, or he'll send someone for her.
Cernos, is he?
He's dead.
Rest well, old man. I'll never forget your loyalty.
I'm sorry. He was a good man. My friend. Your mother.
Must be careful, it's probably a trap. Or no, he will try to take hostages.
Meet us in the Regia when your family is safe. Our dear Pontifex, Maximus Aurelius Cotta, will be good to have on our side.
We have basically already won. This attack represents a clear legal victory.
Marcus, this is not the time.
Nice. Okay, alright. Oh, I can equip my items now. Right, okay. Alright. Let's give you Averick. That's my state. I'm wearing my armor now. Yeah, he's the only one that actually has Frighten, but he's got his own... Wait a minute, hang on a minute. Does he not have his own unique armor? I mean, that's his own. Alright, yeah, that was... It did belong to him. Alright. Quesos Galatea. Let's go. Peel him too, peel him too. Very nice, peel him too. Alright, there's nothing really useful there. Alright, Bestia. Da da da. We are looking badass as fuck. And Daenerys. Let's give you a badass look. I love that helmet. Although she's not really built for it. Because she doesn't have the frightened skill. Alright. That's everyone. I guess. Make sure my mother is safe. Alright, feeling Lucrezia. Tired of getting glancing clothes? Yeah, I'll try flanking. No way.